just do it real quick. This is a really good time. For my folks, I feel pretty good about this.
Just shuffle, just put them all into the conference room now.
That's right. Get it going. So, good evening and welcome. So grateful that you would come. Welcome to Galilee United Methodist Church. My name is Pastor Jason Duley. This church is all about bringing people together. I'm grateful that you would come together for this important group tonight for Better Angels, find out more about it. I'm going to be really brief, hand it over to my friend Mel. But let me say this in case you're not familiar with our church. So just want you to know Galilee has a really strong history of doing community work. So we're always trying to connect with the community, and so that's why I connected with Mel, and he and I talked with each other and felt that this would be a good match. We're in a sense, we're in the same business. We're just trying to help people and bring people together. And so with no further ado, I want to thank Better Angels. I want to thank Galilee, and particularly my friend Mel Pine. So Mel, tell us a little bit about it.
Sure, thank you. We're going to watch a 50-minute video, and then I've got a question for you to consider, and then we'll have a Q&A so you can ask me questions. And then hopefully we'll talk to you about a workshop that we're doing here on October 29th. But I wanted to say a couple words about Better Angels and about what we're about to see. Better Angels is a citizens organization organized from the ground up. That's attempting to end polarization in the United States. Now, when we talk about polarization, we don't mean to say everybody's got to meet in the mushy middle. We are saying people should have strong opinions. They're entitled to their strong opinions, but we're helping them to my mind, when we talk about doing the same kind of work, what we're helping them doing really is a spiritual thing or a religious thing. We're helping them see the holy, the God, the Buddha, the Atman, the inherent worth and dignity, whatever you want to call it. We're helping people see that in themselves and each other and reminding them. I think we're in such a viciously polarized world right now that people need to be reminded of that holy or humanity in each other. So I do see it as a kind of a calling. It's become a calling for me in my retirement. Now, most of what you're going to see in the video is the second workshop that Better Angels ever did. Well, the Better Angels story is that a guy in New York, David Blankenhorn, the day after the 2016 election, called his friend in South Lebanon, Ohio, David Lapp, and said, gee, everybody out here is mourning like it's a funeral. And David Lapp said, that's funny, everybody here is celebrating like they're having a carnival. And they said, well, why don't we get them together and have them talk? And originally they thought about Hillary supporters and Trump supporters. Later we started to use red and blue, but that's another long story. But and David Lapp in Ohio is a great organizer. So he went out and he organized this thing, and the two Davids looked at each other and say, well, what are we going to do with them? And they went, oh, we know, we have a friend who's a professor of marriage and family counseling at the University of Minnesota. So they got him involved to design a workshop. And the original workshop was a weekend long. So this is, most of what you're going to see comes out of that, the second workshop that was ever held. And we'll talk about it some more after we see it, but I just thought I'd set the stage that way, and whenever we're ready, we can start.
Thanks, Mel.
On the weekend of April 21st, 2017, in the small Rust Belt town of Lebanon, Ohio, a very important experiment took place. It was 6 months since the election, and the animosity, alienation, and division between Trump and non-Trump supporters had continued to intensify and fragment the community. This is the story of what happened that April and how it has affected the culture and tone of our society ever since.
We got American pride. We stand side by side.
Governor John Kasich has a warning about Ohio's economy.